Francisco 49ers and the New Orleans Saints. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Kamara up the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterback's got to see.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass... away and incomplete. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And now they'll throw with Lance. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And he's taken down here by the Saints. After the sack, Lance and the Niners stirring up here to 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, How about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. To throw, it's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth down field goal try coming, so Lance is off, and on comes Robbie Gould. The kick by Gould is good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Saints, nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. On 1st and 10, Winston. incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They dial up the play once that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they start with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lance. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, 27 yards. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
17. Saints nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sideline and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Good for the Saints.
Jameis to throw it. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw, Winston. Jameis intercepted a third time. Past the 20. 5. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Saints nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Throwing on first down is Lance. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at about the 43. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready and looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense The next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Eluding the pressure right.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They go play action. Winston. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, has thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Carter hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter, but do that. And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Here we go with Kamara. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Off the play fake, Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. First down, Winston. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Samson Abuka just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. From the red zone now, Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They're going to try and put points on the board.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One last shot now for Winston. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.